No one can deny that seagulls are clever animals. They're scavengers, yes, but they also have to be quick-witted in order to survive. So let's take a look at some of the cleverest seagulls ever caught on camera. Number 10. Beer thief. In this next video, we see just how bold a seagull can be. This man decided to enjoy his beer on a park bench, but he didn't count on the seagull swooping in and stealing it. The bird swoops down and snatches the bottle right out of the guy's hand. He then proceeds to fly off with his stolen goods. But the funny thing is that the man doesn't even seem to care all that much. Maybe he was expecting it. After all, seagulls are known for their thieving ways. It seems like this guy has had enough of these birds stealing his stuff, though. You can tell by his seagull shirt. Number 9. Key grab. While the last bird simply made off with a bottle of beer, this one actually grabs a key. A woman is sitting on a wall when a seagull swoops down and grabs a key from her. She screams, but it doesn't really do anything. The bird flies off with the key dangling from its beak. And after a few seconds, it comes back and drops it at her feet. Maybe it wanted her to know it. Stole it. Maybe it was trying to be funny. Whatever the case, she wasn't having it and picked up the key and walked away. No. 8. Snack time. People often forget that seagulls aren't just scavengers. They're predators too, and sometimes they go after other animals for their eggs. In this next clip, we see a gull grab a small fish out of the water and take it to its nest. But the funny thing is that the fish isn't dead. It's very much alive and putting up quite the fight. The fish flops around and even leaps out of the bird's mouth a couple times. But the seagull stays persistent and eventually takes its meal back to the nest. Number 7. Snack grab. Speaking of stealing food, this next video is another example of how bold seagulls can be. These birds aren't afraid to snatch food right out of your hands. And this couple found out the hard way. They were enjoying an ice cream when a seagull swooped down and grabbed the woman's cone right out of her hand. The bird then flew off, leaving the man and woman without any ice cream. To make matters worse, it looks like the bird has a preference for chocolate. While it grabs another woman's chocolate ice cream cone, this time the woman fights back and whacks the bird with her cone. Good for her. These birds have got to learn that humans aren't easy targets. No. 6. Can't catch me. When you think of a bird simply walking along the beach, you probably don't think much of it. But these birds are actually showing off here. They're displaying what's called a victory dance. Basically, they're showing dominance over the beach and letting other birds know that they're boss. There are a lot of different reasons why seagulls might do this, such as establishing territory or attracting a mate, or even just being excited. Either way, it's definitely interesting to see them dancing along the shore like this. No. 5. Coin trick. This next video is an incredible example of how intelligent seagulls are. These birds are known for their problem-solving skills. And this gull is about to show us just how clever it is. The bird wants to get at the coin in this machine, but it knows that it can't just grab it with its beak. So it does something else instead. It drops a series of small pebbles into the machine, which eventually causes the coin to fall out. Once the coin is loose, the bird grabs it with its beak and flies off to enjoy its prize. No. 4. Fishy ride. As we saw earlier, seagulls will steal fish from other animals. But they'll also steal fish right out of the water. In this next clip, we see a seagull dive into the water and emerge with a small fish in its mouth. But that's not the impressive part. The impressive part is that it did it while riding a wave. The bird literally rode the wave all the way to shore and then made off with its meal. No. 3. The art of war. Sometimes 2 is better than 1. And that's definitely the case with these seagulls. When there's a group of them, they can take down much larger prey. In this next clip, we see a group of gulls attacking a seal. The seal is clearly in trouble here and eventually makes a break for it. But the seagulls stick with it and continue to harass it until it gets into the water. Once it's in the water, the seagulls go after it again. But this time they're more interested in stealing its lunch than actually hurting it. No. 2. Odd friendship. While most animals would never befriend a seagull, this dog doesn't seem to mind them at all. In this next clip, We see a dog playing fetch with its owner when a seagull swoops down and grabs the ball right out of its mouth. The dog isn't bothered by it, though, and simply looks up at the bird as if to say, "Oh, okay." The bird then drops the ball and the dog grabs it and runs off. No. 1. Siren. Most people don't realize this, but seagulls can mimic sounds, including the sounds of sirens. In this next video, we hear a siren blaring in the distance. And if you listen closely, you can hear a seagull mimicking the sound. At first it's subtle, but then the bird starts to scream. It's honestly uncanny to hear a seagull imitating a siren so well. Thanks for watching. Which of these seagulls was your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to stay tuned for more videos like these. See you later.